Dear Samuel, it was not easy for me to find fitting words for these first lines that I hope you are reading, as well as it was not easy to find out where you were living. I hope that my letter will reach your hands as soon as possible, as there is not much time left. Since your departure, I have contributed all my efforts and endless hours of sleepless nights looking for the truth about our family. I feel that I'm already very close to beholding its full face, and I am concerned that I might not have the strength to look at it alone. Therefore I am turning to you, Samuel, for I know that you will hear out my plea. In this envelope, you will find the ancient ring of our heritage. It is very important that you always have it with you. Take extraordinary care of it. Please return to our manor and help me. I know my time is closing in. I can feel it. I am afraid.
After the funeral, we jointly returned to Black Mirror. The journey through the desolate countryside seemed endless. No one spoke a single word. When our glances met, they were full of deep sorrow. It wasn't merely grief, however, that was in our eyes. It was also a certain alienation that Victoria and Robert felt towards me. My unexpected return after more than 12 years gave them the freedom to ask all kinds of unspoken questions.
I am truly sorry about what happened.
Thank you, Hines. I don't know what else I should say. William was everything to me, and now...
You need not say anything, Victoria. Today is a sad day for all of us. I think I will leave you alone now, if you will excuse me.
You don't have to go. You are a good friend to us, as you were to William.
I value your words, but I think I had better go now.
Please be our guest, I beg you.
I would be happy to, if that is your wish. I would like to skim through certain volumes in your library, if you would not mind then.
No, not at all.
Thank you. I will be in the library.
Bates, should Hines need anything, please be of help to him.
Of course. You can rely on that, madam.
Do not want to sound harsh, but I think we should leave you alone.
You are empathic as usual, Robert. I want to be alone with my thoughts for a while.
That is quite understandable. Samuel, would you see me to my study?
Yes, gladly.
Oh, Samuel, please stay. I'd like a word with you.
Certainly. Will you excuse me, Robert? We will talk later.
I will be in my study.
Samuel, tell me, have you returned to stay with us for good?
To tell the truth, I haven't decided yet. Give me some more time, please.
Don't forget, we are still your family. You are a Gordon, and you belong here just like all the other Gordons before you.
Yes, I am well aware of that, but I need to put my thoughts in order. Perhaps then I'll be able to answer your question.
Oh well, I hoped you'd say yes. I'm not feeling well. Please excuse me now, Samuel.
Of course. I will go to my room.
Sir, I took the liberty to clean up your room. I believe you will be satisfied with the results. Here is the key. Your suitcase is already in the room.
Thank you, Bates. Victoria wants me to stay. Maybe I should have promised I would. But I haven't made up my mind yet. Maybe later. Bates has readied my room. I should go have a look. Robert, may I speak with you for a moment?
Of course. I'd be happy to speak to you. We haven't seen each other for such a long time. How many years has it been?
12, maybe more.
A long time indeed. I am happy that you have returned.
I have not come to stay. I came only to be here for William's funeral.
Really? That's a pity. I thought you would stay with us for a few months at least. Maybe you can still change your mind. So, what do you want to talk about?
What do you think about what happened to William?
That is a strange question. What should I think about it?
I don't believe it was an accident, let alone suicide.
I am afraid you are jumping to conclusions, Samuel. You don't happen to think it was a murder, do you?
No, but really, who would want to kill themselves in the autumn of their life? William was a very old man.
Look, William was alone in the tower when it happened, and the door was locked from the inside. So a stranger's intervention is impossible.
So why didn't he leave a letter?
That I do not know, and I do not even want to think about it. Trying hard to get my thoughts away from William's death, and I absolutely don't feel like talking about it.
How is it possible that Robert is not at all interested in this? Am I the only one who wants to know the truth of what happened to William? The castle is falling into disrepair. How long can it last like this?
It has been standing here for hundreds of years, and it is not going to decay any time soon. It will outlive us, just as it has outlived our ancestors.
But the old wing is on the verge of falling down.
It was already on the verge of falling apart when I was born. Yet it still stands.
Why hasn't anyone tried to restore it?
Oh, sure they have. About 100 years ago, Werner Gordon attempted to repair it.
Why are you saying attempted?
Well, he was not the first one who had tried it. The new structure never lasted more than a couple of years. The original castle foundations that Marcus and Mordred jointly laid are within those walls. It is as though the old stones do not want to accept the new ones.
Strange, indeed. So what has been happening around here since I've been away?
Things are rather odd, but I have no recollection of anything special.
Are there any new families?
No, I do not believe so. In fact, the only person to have moved here is Dr. Herman. We also have a different groom and a different gardener than the ones you knew.
I've been away for 12 years, and all that has happened is that we have 2 new servants.
Well, no one is clamoring to live around here. You know that yourself.
Yes, nothing really has changed. It's almost scary. I must go now.
Right then. I'll return to my work.
William's mourning card. Today's paper. I'll have a look. There seems to be a note of some sort inside. Robert, I have only now received your letter.
That permanently drunken goof whom you have paid to be the messenger brought it late. I will take care of your parcel as usual. Do not worry. Fortunately, no one cares about anything in this godforsaken place. P.S. I suggest you give more money to that blockhead Mark next time. Maybe it will help him be more tardy.
I'll put it back so that Robert finds it where it's supposed to be. Jennifer, the wife of Tobias Gordon. Robert didn't have lunch with us. He just had something brought in here. The door is locked. Bates gave me his key. I can open it. This place hasn't changed at all, as though I were only away for a few days. Welcome home, Samuel. The night silhouette of our castle. William's portrait of my dear Catherine. She died in those horrible flames. And it was my fault. I will never forgive myself for that. The drawings of the Gordon Manor in Wales. William drew those when he lived there as a young man. I only have a few necessities in it. An old painting. I don't know who its author was. The Holy Cross. I'll take the pills in case my head starts to ache again. I'll surely need the wallet. I can't see anything interesting. A collection of old pictures. I don't want to remember that time. I'll leave it alone. Forgive me, Catherine. It's locked. I only had a couple of things and an old camera in it as far as I recall. But where did I keep the key? I'll have a look around the room. It has to be here somewhere. I cannot see there. It's too high. I cannot see there. It's too high. William's favorite canvas. Someone from the family painted it about 300 years ago. A child's room used to be behind it. Now there are bare walls. There's no point in going there. The ticking of the clock echoes throughout the corridor. Victoria is in the common room. We've already said everything there is to say. Victoria wants to be alone. I'm not going to disturb her. Fresh apples and a few sweets. Almond sweets from Switzerland. I like these best. I used to sit on this chair at family dinners. They don't seem to be working, showing 7:30. The dining table of the servants. Spice grinder. Various kinds of spices and cooking ingredients. I'm not going to make a mess out of it for Bates. The door is locked. There's some dirty water at the bottom. Maybe there... It must be centuries old. It invokes a rather queer feeling in me. The fallen tree has surrounded it completely. There's no way to reach it. Its water used to be crystal clear. I'll tell Henry to clean it up. It can't stay this dirty. The rear path is completely blocked by bushes. I have to go around. This is the place where William took his last breath. I won't leave before I find out the truth. My name is Samuel Gordon. You are Morris, the groom, aren't you?
Yes, sir. I know who you are. Bates told me about you.
I would like to ask you about something, Morris. What can you tell me about Bates? Well, I don't know exactly. He's different from when I knew him.
To me, he seems to be the same all the time. The same old standoffish mope. That's possible. I've only known him for the couple of years that I've worked here.
So how many years have you been working here?
Almost 5.
Morris, how did you get along with William?
Well, like a groom with the horse owner. Okay, I guess. He's only spoken a few sentences to me in all the time that I've been working here. I mean, I saw him very seldom.
I see. Morris, you are right next to the old wing. Can you see inside the old tower from your room?
What do you mean? I never go there. Who told you that? It was that old drunkard, right?
I was just asking, why are you so upset?
I knew that Flores bastard was spreading gossip about me again. He tells you anything, don't believe him, sir. Ends to get smashed and talk out of his ass.
Sure, but you've been to the old wing, right?
Yes, but only out of curiosity. I've got no reason to go there. And it's a strange place anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, I haven't exactly got a good feeling about it. I feel like I'm being watched by something older than the centuries within those old, damp walls. And the silence, it makes one feel as if one cannot speak. Frankly, I'm glad I don't have any work to do there.
I will go then.
All right, sir.
It's dry. No one has taken water from it in a long time. It's used so seldom, it's locked up. The bags are full of dry hay. They should be carried off into the stable before it starts raining. Water for the horses. Empty glasses and paint cans. Nothing useful. It's rusty, but it works. It's rusty and has many holes. It appears stable, but I'm not going to climb up. Hey, our family's coat of arms. Red wine from our cellar. How did the bottle get here? I'll ask Morris where he got it. I don't want to get dirty. Morris, do you have a moment?
Sure.
Morris, I've noticed you have a bottle of wine on your workbench in the stable.
Wine? I sometimes take a sip when it's cold outside, but never during work.
It appears to be our vintage red. Where did you get it?
Well, Sir William gave it to me some time ago. Just this one bottle.
Really?
Yes, sir.
All right, Morris. I do not believe that William would have given away some of our best wine. Morris must have gotten it some other way. I will go then.
All right, sir.
The humble abode of the groom is up there. I haven't any reason to go there. This door leads nowhere. The lower floor of the old wing of the castle is behind it. The entrance has been walled up for years.
I'm glad you have returned, sir. We have kept your room intact. It's exactly as it was when you left.
Very nice. Thank you.
If you would like to have it straightened or anything else, just tell me.
That won't be necessary. It happened so suddenly. I didn't have time to write that I was coming.
I would be happy to help you with anything.
Thank you. I'll be fine.
Do you need anything else, sir?
I have spoken to Robert. It seems to me he may not be feeling well.
It is probably due to his responsibilities at Ashbury. Lately, it seems to really exhaust him. He has recently taken to spending most of his time at work, often not even returning home for the night. He usually arrives in the evening, locks himself in his study, and works late into the night. He won't even let me in.
He may just not want to be disturbed.
Maybe, but he would never do that before. All right, sir.
I was under the impression that nothing had changed here since I left. So many years have passed, but it seems to me like it was just last month. The same scenery, the same weather.
Sir, a lot has changed in your absence. Nothing is as it was, believe me. We are all growing old, and so is everything around us. I've been a servant here since my youth, and I know well how much a man can be changed by this place. During the last few months, things have been getting noticeably worse, day by day. It is as if the bleakness within the old walls of this manor is gradually taking us over.
Maybe you're right. Even I don't feel exactly well within these walls. I've been recalling memories of me that I've wanted to forget. Strange and dark in them. And that dismal silence. Bates, this might seem strange to you, but I would like to see the exact spot where William died.
Oh, but why, sir?
I have my reasons.
Oh, well, follow me if you insist. This is where the awful thing happened. Please, just do not ask me to describe it to you. I have told the detective everything already, and I would not want...
No, that's all right, Bates.
Why all of this then, sir?
I can feel something is not right. I just don't know what. Have you found anything unusual around here?
No, maybe just... We noticed a strange spot under the tower window, right there. No one knows where it came from. If you would allow me, sir, I'd rather go now.
Certainly. I knew Bates wouldn't understand why I was doing this. Something tells me things aren't quite as they seem. It looks like a symbol of some sort, or a sign. I should put this down somehow. I have nothing to tell him. an ivory statue of a little Buddha. Victoria is collecting these things. The fire has to be maintained in winter as well as summer. Otherwise, it's very cold in here. Bates sometimes sits on it when he has nothing to do. It seems as if no one has moved it for years. William would often sit here reading the paper. That was a very long time ago, though. Doctor, can I have a word with you?
Yes, all right.
It's William. I know you were his friend, and also his physician.
Yes, that applies to your whole family. So, what is it that troubles you, Gordon? You do realize that this is not the appropriate time to speak about William.
I don't believe it was an accident.
Well, it is strange indeed. Then why would he do it? And those burns?
What burns?
Numerous deeply burned areas. I have no clue as to their origin.
Go on.
No, Mr. Gordon. Come back tomorrow. I will gladly tell you everything. I really do not want to talk about this today.
All right. Then expect me tomorrow. I will certainly come back. Dr. Herman knows something important. I have to talk to him tomorrow. Old books and scrolls. They probably fell off the pile on the chair. It's full of various parchments and old scrolls. I can't see any interesting ones. The map of our manor. It might come in handy. I'll take it. The statue is holding something strange in its hand. It appears to be a key of some sort, or an amulet. There's no point in skimming through these books. Not one of them can help me find out what happened. Just more books. The Chronicle of the Warm Hill Manor. The local parish has been here for a very, very long time. According to the oldest books and records, it has been here for so long that only the walls of our castle may remember its foundation. Marcus Gordon had the church built so long ago that the date has already been lost in the mists of time. Therefore, the actual age of the building can only be estimated, as in the past there was no accurate record keeping. Should we hold to the views of respected historians, it was around 1215 AD that the church was built. It is thought that Marcus had the church built on pagan lands where many innocent people died through the ages. There is no corresponding record to this, however. Not one mention in any books or volumes available to me at the manor or the vicarage. Therefore, from a historic standpoint, this is a mere assumption, or worse, one of the many fictitious legends circulating in these lands. One thing, however, is more certain. It was this age that also gave rise to the academy at Black Mirror. As with Warm Hill Church, it was Marcus who was responsible for the construction of such a significant building. The new academy, with its vast library, was supposed to serve as a knowledge base for all the people. It was also a safe place for depositing the chronicle of the Gordon family that Marcus ordered his wise men to protect. In this, however, fate was not kind to Marcus. The whole academy burnt to stone long after his death, around 1512 AD. Despite the vigorous effort of the people of the manor, who hurried to the disaster to fight the flames, the academy burned to the ground. When they saw there was no chance to save the building, they tried to save the records from inside. Not everyone was willing to risk their life in lethal heat for the scraps of paper that had been scribbled over. If it hadn't been for a few brave souls, however, we would have never known who Marcus Gordon was, nor some of the history of Black Mirror Manor, as most chronicles were lost to the flames. Garmoor Gordon perished in the fire at the age of 45. For his bravery, eternal memory is held. There was no one left of the academy to care for the remaining records and old books. Consequently, the volumes that remained were passed on to the Warm Hill parish to the safekeeping of Father Matthias. Father Matthias took meticulous care of the historical treasure until his death in 1543. To that holy man, the people of Garmoor Gordon are grateful for the preservation of the chronicle and the old records. Since those times, the Gordon family chronicle has been handed over from one successor of Father Matthias to the next, until today. Recorded by hand of Jeremy Gordon, 1632 AD. The local parish has been here for a very, very long time. According to the oldest books and records, it has been here for so long that only the walls of our castle may remember its foundation. Marcus Gordon had the church built so long ago that the date has already been lost. Therefore, the actual age of the building can only be estimated. As in the past, there was no accurate record keeping. Should we hold to the views of respected historians, it is thought there is no, therefore, One thing, as with the new... In this, however, the whole, despite the when they saw there was not everyone, if it hadn't been Garmour, there was no one. Consequently, Father Matthias, who that whole, since those times, recorded by William's work table. He used to spend hours and hours at it, writing. Literary works. Renaissance. Lots. Maybe I'll read one of them sometime later, when I'm resting. It seems like something's missing here. A manually drawn map of the world from the 16th century. Lots of books for long evenings. I haven't got time to read them now. This bookcase is full of old dust-covered books. I don't think I could find one that would interest me. You won't tell me anything more today. Tomorrow I will go see. Jeremy Gordon, William's father. I need to speak with you, Robert.
Sure.
I spoke with Bates. Why don't you allow him into your study?
Did he you see, I just don't want anyone to disturb me all the time. I have enough of my own problems and can do without his servility.
What's the matter?
Nothing special, I guess. I just happen to have a bit more work than usual these days.
I must go now.
Right then. I'll return to my work.
Victoria is in the common room. I used to play chess here with William. I remember him teaching me my first moves as if it were today. I don't want to rest now. It's locked. I cannot see there. It's too high. I cannot see there. I'll try reaching up there. There is something there. The key to my drawer. I knew it had to be somewhere in the room. My Holy Bible. They're too old to be used. It should still work. There's no film in it, and my old films are useless.